Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your man, Kalen Laws, a.k.a. Senor Wapo, and you're tuned in to the latest, greatest, dopest, and most epic edition of G is for Gentlemen right here on thesphere.tv. Do me a quick favor. Do me a solid, because I'm your homeboy. Go to Instagram. Go to Twitter. Go to Facebook. You can even go to the Snappy Chat and type in SENORGUAPO713. That's Senor Wapo 713. Shout out to Houston, Texas. Shout out to the Astros. We on the way. I'm so thankful that you're tuned in to this next edition of G's for Gentlemen. You know the drill. We talk all things gentlemanly. We talk style. We talk fashion. And there is a difference. We talk travel. We talk dating. Everything that you need to know regarding being a gentleman, but we're always going to talk style because that is a thread that weaves it all together, at least for this show. So you know what it is. I'm excited that you're listening and watching. I certainly appreciate it, and I have a phenomenal guest. I have a good friend, someone I've been wanting to get in the building for a long time, and I'm so glad we were able to make it work. It's a busy brother. This is a man of influence, a man of style, a man of culture, a man of commerce. He's a business owner, a few different businesses, and so certainly excited to have my brother Chris Mukes. What up, Chris, from the Av Fire and Grooming? What's good, Papa? You good, man? How you? Everything well? Good. How was your week? Yo, that's. I don't know what that's like anymore. With a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old.
I feel you.
Plus running a couple businesses.
So it's time for your mental health day, man.
I need one.
Did you take advantage the other day?
No, I didn't.
No?
I didn't even know it was a thing.
Word. Yeah. you should do it, man. Find like this weekend or something, man. Go float.
Yeah, go float.
Go float. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sensory deprivation tank. Look it up.
Oh, I know what
tank.
I know what a sensory deprivation tank is.
I've been doing it for about 5 years, bro.
We got them here in the city.
Yes.
Really?
There's a few.
So
places
it's a couple. Yo, we'll talk off air.
Yeah.
I need to know about that.
Yeah.
I need to get I need to get it all together because of.
I got the plug on the float.
Give me the plug, brother.
I got you.
Give me the plug. So, but you know, we're a gentlemanly show, man. We talk gentlemanly, and you and I have had these kinds of conversations quite significantly on a more than a few of occasions. Right. And so let's just jump it in, man. So tell me, how does the Av Fire and Grooming define gentleman?
Ooh, that's a good one. You being the truest you.
Hey, I love it. Okay.
You just being you, whoever you are, right? That's in whatever space that you want that to be in. That can be in your fashion. your work life, entrepreneur life, business life, whatever it is, just you being you.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah.
It's just authenticity.
Yeah.
So that's what you're saying.
Straight
right?
to the core. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to be the authentic person to which you define yourself. Now, but let me ask you this: what if you're authentically a jerk?
Then hey, just jerky gentleman, I guess, or whatever. You know what I mean? The gentleman is a jerk.
Yeah, right. Okay, the gentleman's a jerk.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear you, man. One side of me obviously is art and culture and fashion and all that, just like you. But another side of me is business. I think even bigger than the fashion side, the side of me that I love the most is the side that gives back, right?
Yeah.
The side that likes to make sure that everything that I've experienced as a 36-year-old man in this earth, I can give back to my students, right? And now my son, my daughter.
Right.
So what do you think? We should be teaching our sons specifically about style, specifically gentlemanly style, if you will.
Man, I like what you said about style and fashion. That it's a difference, right? I've been telling people for the longest now that fashion is whatever you make it, bro.
Right.
It's how you style it, though.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's whatever you make it.
Yeah.
Cut off vest, long sleeve, shirt under it.
Yeah.
Top hat, like, come on.
Right.
It's whatever you make it.
Right.
It's how you style it.
It's how you put the pieces
Yeah.
together. Like
Yeah.
perfect, because this
Right.
actually was a jacket this was a suit jacket
Right.
that I thrifted.
And yes.
It was about, the sleeves were about as long as these sleeves on the shirt. So
Right,
I went to Manfred, my boy
Nice.
Manfred. Shout out to Manfred. I
That's
said,
my
yo,
boy, yeah.
I said,
the homie.
he the homie. So
Yeah.
I said, yo, can you make this a vest? He was like, I've
Yeah.
never tried. Let me try.
Nice.
So he was hype about it because he had
Nice.
never done it, and now he.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it came
You
out.
got
perfect.
you got me thumbing through my closet right now, man. Like,
Yeah,
that one can go. That one can go.
because it didn't fit.
Yeah.
So I said, well,
Yeah.
it might be a dope vest, man.
Yeah.
But I agree, man. One of my friends, a good friend of mine, Dorian, Andre Dorian, he goes by Dorian, Black Prestige on Instagram. He says, fashion is trend, style is timeless. You see what I'm saying? Fashion, because when you look at the fashion shows, they're always the trendy stuff. Half the time, the stuff you can't wear, or you get they only make 1,000 pieces worldwide.
Yeah.
But style is timeless. And what he's referencing is gentlemanly culture in terms of in terms of business wear or semi. There's a way you never button the bottom button. You know what I'm saying? That's timeless.
On the double-breasted,
right?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or something like. And so I agree with you, bro.
Yeah.
That is really about how you. It's about how you style that joke.
Yeah. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is, bro. Look at Kanye with his stuff. Everybody, look at the ugly shoes that's coming out, bro.
These big chunky joints.
Yes, I hate them.
So talk to me about them.
I hate them, bro.
You mentioned it.
I hate them.
You hate them.
Yes.
You hate them.
Man,
Guess what?
if I wouldn't go to jail for setting all those shoes on fire, I would, bro. I'll walk by with a blowtorch and just set them on fire.
Let me shock you for a second. I actually hate them too.
I was for the same.
No, bro.
Don't
No. Listen, my wife today, she was at the crib and she was doing her. She loves working out at the house.
Yeah,
it's just more comfortable for her.
Uh-huh.
So she has all of her. She has a full library, but she was like, "Yo, I want to find something different, stuff that I used to go back and do." So she went on YouTube and she loves Taibo. She actually found some Taibo from the first one. So like in '96. So
From what was
Billy
his
Blanks.
name? Yeah, Billy Blanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
wow.
'96, '97.
Yeah.
Like really long, 20 plus years ago.
Wow, yeah.
And we were looking at the shoes and they looked the exact same.
Oh.
The ASIC joints and the chunky Skechers looking.
Yeah.
That's what they look like, right?
Yeah.
They look like Skechers back when we were growing up. You know what I'm
They
saying?
look like work shoes, man. They look like steel toes.
but and it's interesting because when you start talking about fashion and style, you have to be able to ascertain and discern what's going to be here just for now, and what's
Right.
Because listen,
I think everybody knows that too. Everybody buying those shoes, you know that's just for right now to the next,
whatever comes
Right.
out. Yeah. But you know what's interesting because some people may not, because as there was a point in time when people thought the Air Max 95s, in the 93s, which they try to emulate, is just a chunkier version of it.
Yeah.
I remember hearing, well, it looks like the Air Max, and I'm like, or the Tri-X. I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's
Has
the soul.
its own unique twist to it.
Yeah, the sole is literally 2.5 inches. Like I'll be 6'6", 6'7" in the
Right.
when I put I put some Gucci's on.
Yeah.
did a fashion show with Saks regarding the Gucci, their first iteration of the chunky shoes. And I was like, well, let me try these on, man. And I put them on, and
a whole foot taller.
Bro, I'm 6'4". I put the Jordans on, and I was literally towering over. I was 6'6". Yeah, I was 6'6". Yeah. 6'7". That's how tall they are. And so for the what I like to call the micro gent. Maybe those are what you want to. The shorter guys. Maybe that's what you want to rock. But I don't think it's something that's. You have to understand that it's trend.
Yeah, I think people we know that. I think.
I really hope people do.
Yeah, I mean, because it flows just like everything else.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and by
at
the
one
way,
point it was what was it, FUBU?
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, listen, I was a kid when it was FUBU. I thought FUBU was gonna be around forever, but I was a kid. I didn't know at that point.
Ebbs and
it
not ebbs and flows.
Listen, were you ever a fan of Platinum FUBU?
Yes.
Why?
I don't even know.
Bro, I hated it.
I'm from the hood, bro. That's all I saw. That's all I saw, man.
Right. Yeah.
Platinum FUBU, Fat Albert, all that. Yeah. Coogee, all that stuff.
I could rock with Coogee because I saw Bill wear it. So I saw it worn a different way before it came to the hood. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I saw it. Bill always wearing the Coogee joints. So I was like, oh, wow, they're doing it differently. But Platinum FUBU, I never could do it, bro.
Yeah.
I never could do the joint. I'm going to tell you what I hated until maybe 4 or 5 years ago because of the hood, because of the block. Gucci, I hated it.
Word.
Gucci, because they were making Gucci bumper. Flip was wearing Gucci bumpers on
I'm
the
with
Jaguar.
They would take shoes to the store and get Gucci fabric put on the
fake
forces.
Gucci fabric.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, dudes walk around here with full sleeves of Gucci tattoo. I was like, yo, they made it so undesirable in my eyes. Now, to others, it was fly, and that's cool. But for me, I didn't like Gucci until recently.
In that space, like, create your own style. I don't like Louis Vuitton and Gucci for that reason too. It's like, make your own style.
I agree. I think it's a way. I like a lot of the collaborations that people are doing. Like
Dapper Dan.
You know what I'm saying? He's finally getting his just due because he was killing it back in the game. They tried to ostracize him way back when. You shout out to Tracy Ellis Ross who wore the full cape.
Yes, that was nice.
That was killer.
Yeah,
that was
in your that's in your face.
It was, man. It was really, really dope.
Yeah,
and y'all know we love dopeness on this show, and we got a dope company that's sponsoring this portion of the show. KOG and Company are your unique gifts and talents changing the world. Unleash Your Dopeness is a people empowerment movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside of their fears and have the gall to recklessly pursue their dreams and passions in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock the greatness that dwells inside. Shop dope gear at KOGpassion.com. That's KOGpassion.com. And use coupon code DOPE with an exclamation mark for 10% off exclusive Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. Act now. Sizes are selling out fast. I tell you, man. I really, I love dope stuff. You were about to say something just a minute ago.
Dapper Dan.
Yeah, that's my guy.
I think is who influenced the rappers, and the rappers put it out there, and then that influenced the people, and then Gucci became Gucci for us.
Yeah, for us, because it's a fashion house that's been around forever.
Right.
Over 100 years.
Right.
And I agree with you. I was a kid from the suburbs.
Yeah.
So I knew the name Gucci, but I just didn't. I associated it with. Not necessarily ghetto. It just was too much.
Yeah.
Gucci fisherman had Gucci shades, Gucci shirt, and it was the monogram Gucci. I'm like, I'm dizzy, bro. Like I don't all these G's. I'm G'd out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of like how
G'd out.
Yeah, I was G'd out, bro. Like I was done with it. But as I grew, as I became older, and I realized what that population, they were just doing what they like, and it is what it is. That was the style for them.
Right.
That was the fashionable trend for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I think that in his gentlemanly quest, that's a key for us as gentlemen, is to put things into perspective and context.
Yeah.
I just wasn't able to do it at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's keep it pushing, man. Let's talk grooming. The fine grooming.
Yes,
right?
sir.
First of all, and this is off the beaten path. I never really asked you this. How did the shop start, man?
Man, I've been cutting hair for 17 years again.
You said since middle school.
Since middle school.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. I mean, started with myself with the big shaver, the yellow ones.
The yellow joint,
Just,
bro.
Just to line myself up. And man, it went from there. My dad bought me some clippers that Christmas. He made me cut my brother's hair. I have 4 brothers, man. They were my first clients outside of my not they were my first clients, but they were my first clients. And the guys in the neighborhood were the clients after them.
Right. Because they became your billboard.
Right.
Well, look, Chris did that?
Right. I did his brothers, hey, I want my hair cut too. So I cut the neighborhood, then went to school, and then, finally in like 2008, man, I'm giving you like a whole backstory.
I love it. Please do.
So finally in 2008, after Ike hit,
okay,
I was actually as an apprentice at an electrician company. So I was going to get my foreman license with them, but the storm hit and they laid us off. Did a big layoff.
Yeah,
I was like, this would be the last time that somebody else controls
your destiny
Right.
financially. Yeah.
I went to barber school, bro. I ain't look back.
Love it.
Yeah. So
what's your background before being a barber?
Man, I did a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but this is the one thing I stuck with, and it's here now. It ain't going nowhere. Now I can multiply myself and give it to the world.
No doubt. I love it, man, because it's really barbershops, man. Your barber is your, especially in our community.
Yes, bro.
Is your therapist, is your sportscaster.
Look, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been saying the 3 most important staples in the community is the church, barbershop, beauty shop.
Love it.
We frequent those spots every week, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the change has to start at for the people.
Yeah, that's what the conversations happen.
Yeah.
That's where you get varying views. You can in a safe space argue,
right?
And then all right, whatever, bro. Let's go get some drinks, or I see you next week.
Yeah.
But that thought, that dialogue, right?
Grow.
Yeah. To grow for sure, absolutely. But you can even just chill.
Yeah.
Go to an upscale barbershop. I don't want to talk about nothing. Just put the towel on my face, put my feet in some hot water, give me a drink, and let me just.
So that's pretty much how my spot is now.
Yeah.
So to go back to your question, man, I opened my first shop about 4 years ago. Shut it down after about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Learned a lot, man. I just jumped out there. No capital, nothing. I just jumped out there and did it, right? Failed at it. Got back to it with another shop in Rice Village. Had that for a little time. It was time to let that one go. It's like, you know what? Let me get back to the drawing board. Let me finish up my business plan.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get an investor, pull in an investor, and then take this thing to another level.
Right.
So what those 2 seemingly failures represented was, it just gave me a lot of knowledge to go into this one. So. Yeah, man, the journey is beautiful.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I tell you, the journey, to get it, just like the journey was beautiful for you. That we're on a journey here, on GS for Gentlemen, to get the content out the way we need to, and that's why we need our Facebook Live people, and ask that you subscribe to our show on all the major platforms, including iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, Stitcher, YouTube, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Review our show on iTunes with constructive feedback, and share this Facebook Live post and the entire show with your family and friends. And donate to our mission to bring enriched and inspiring content each and every week. You can donate at www.thesphere.tv/donate. Steph, appreciate you for tuning in. Artists, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Make sure that you all go to thesphere.tv/G4G and catch the rest of this episode. We'll see you soon. Now, let's get back into it, Chris. You started the Av Fine Grooming.
Yeah.
Failed at it a couple times, but you didn't really fail because you learned.
Yeah.
Right. And that's a currency.
That's the most important part of the journey.
That's a currency that you can't count.
Yeah.
Right? That you can't quantify. The lesson.
Yeah.
The issue, the thing, the lesson becomes currency once you apply it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Not just saying
correctly applied knowledge, man. Is wisdom.
Absolutely. That's all it is. And so that's so gentlemanly to me.
Yeah.
Right? Being able to learn from your mistakes. Okay,
right.
I did this wrong, let me fix it. Okay, I did that wrong, let me fix it.
Yeah.
Go back to the drawing board. As men, I think oftentimes we don't want to do that.
You know what that is? That is emotional intelligence, and I think that is one of the biggest issues in the black community, to slip that in. But I feel like that's what we need to work at. But yes, to go back to your first question, what would I teach the youth? youth, that would be it.
Yeah.
Emotional intelligence, man.
Absolutely.
Let me teach you how to do some inner work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks, right? And so what's in you is going to come out of you. Your actions are going to come out of you because those are in you. Your thoughts are what in you, so you're gonna spew that out of your mouth.
You're gonna regurgitate that.
Yeah, for sure. And so that kind of again, emotional intelligence, being able to identify
exactly
that it's okay as a man to be emotionally intelligent. First of all, it's okay as a man to be emotional.
Right.
That's number one.
You human.
Facts.
You human first before you're a man.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. Before any kind of gender,
right.
Your DNA makes you human.
Right.
I'm not an ape.
And that's just a part of being a human.
I'm not a deer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a human.
Yeah.
And then you're a man, right? And so it's okay for that, man. I love that. I love that talk. So in keeping with that, man, when, why barbering? You told me when, but what's the why?
Dude, it chose me, really, man. I just flowed with it.
Yeah. Making that decision that you said, I'm not gonna let
I wanted to
anybody
control
else.
my life.
I love it.
You know what I mean? I got tired of getting up at 6 in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning to go to work, and then you pay me what you want to pay me. Nah, I want to control my life.
Absolutely.
I was making more than what they were paying me an hour per head at home, like on the weekends. So when I got off, it was like, nah, man, y'all can have that.
Right.
Yeah,
Let me
I'll go
scale
build.
it. All I can do is figure out how to scale it. Yeah.
Exactly. Let me go build $1 million company with this, then.
Love it.
Multi-million-dollar company.
I love it, bro.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. So, many gents think a barber is just about cutting hair.
Nah.
What are the services that
some barbers are?
Okay.
Yeah, some barbers are. And that goes back to scaling it. Like, what are you gonna do now that you have your license? You have an audience, bro.
Okay. Oh,
you don't just have customers. Like, you're not just cutting their hair. You have influence over these people's lives, in a way.
You know what? I never thought of it in that respect, because your customer that's in your chair is now your billboard.
Yeah,
they have an audience.
Right.
They're gonna be like, yo, who did that line, bro?
Right.
Who did that line, bro? Yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I manage your appearance.
Facts.
That's what it is. So rather than just barbering now, what I call is image consulting.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah, I manage appearances.
Yeah.
But it doesn't just stop at haircuts. That's everything. Mm-hmm. That's with the fashion. Mm-hmm. That's with the mental work too. Grooming ain't just the outer appearance, the inner appearance too.
Absolutely.
Man. Yeah.
So when you said I thought about something. When you said you manage your appearance, you actually are a purveyor of confidence.
Yes.
You manage confidence. You come in.
I help that flow through you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cat come in not feeling too whatever.
Well, I see it every day, all day, bro.
Yeah,
they come in. Yeah.
Grab the mirror, do this.
Be tired when they get in. See themselves in the mirror after that fresh cut, and all you hear is that clap.
Yeah.
That's when you know it. Yeah, they ready for the day.
Yeah, our producer Charles over there smiling because he know exactly what we talking about.
Clap, rub your hands in the mirror. And that little bob like that. Yeah.
There you go. That's the guy I was waiting for.
I'm back. Yeah. I thought I was asleep. Y'all better go get a drink.
Or the mom comes in with the son.
Yeah.
Or the girlfriend comes in with the boyfriend, the wife with the husband, and get out the chair. And she like, ooh.
Yeah, the mom. Yeah. I get that all the time. Yeah.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah. I'm loved by the wives and the moms. Yeah.
Absolutely, no doubt. I have image consultant. So, talk more about grooming. You said it's not only the outer, it's the inner. What? Expound on that for me.
It goes back to that emotional intelligence piece, man. Like you can't just keep the yard cut, not clean the inside of the house. Mm-hmm. You got to clean that up too.
Yeah, because the value is on outside and inside when you look at the crib.
Like what you were saying about
that's a good analogy.
You don't know, hey yo, I've been messing up here. Let me check this. Let me get. When you get amongst your brothers at the shop, you're in the right space, yo. You talk about that.
Yeah, and they gonna check even if you don't say nothing. They gonna hit you somewhere where you are in your life.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about that. Yo, how you and the wife doing, man? You told me, this and that. Boom. Where you at with it?
Mm-hmm. Accountability.
Yeah, you're gonna step up and improve. You're gonna make what you got to make happen and make it work. What you gonna do? Mm-hmm. So not only am I cutting your hair, I'm helping you cut out that negative shit too.
Right. So
you know what I mean in that space. So even helping you build something positive. You know what I mean? And it's the same. Just as much as my clients learn from me, I learn from them too.
Absolutely. It's symbiotic.
Yeah. Yes, it's flowing back and forth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you cutting the split ends off of the head, but now you cutting the split ends off of their life.
Haircutting is a whole theory by itself, man.
It is, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, I like we done got real deep on haircutting, but I love it though. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
I really do.
I don't own TV, so when you come to the shop, man, everybody that comes to the shop, some of the same guys. Mm-hmm. We know some of the same guys.
Yeah.
They all say the same thing, bro.
Cats,
yeah. So when you come to the shop, it's going to be this conversation every time. Mm-hmm. Let's talk.
Let's dig in.
Yeah.
As
I don't
men-
want to hear nothing. I
And I
watch
feel-
sports when I'm out.
Yeah.
But let's talk about something else.
And as men, as gentlemen, whatever nomenclature you want to give us, as guys, as fellas, I think that's important. We box ourselves in with certain conversations, right?
Yeah.
We're only gonna talk about sports with the guys.
Bro, you know how boxed it. You're right.
Yeah, we're only gonna talk about our wives and complain with no. that's
Politics,
not-
yeah.
let's do it all. Travel,
Yeah.
cooking,
Yes.
whatever the case may be,
Yes.
because that's all a part of life.
Man, I'll be sharing books,
Facts.
recipes,
Yeah,
all kind of stuff with
Yeah.
my clients, you know.
Yeah.
Man, I made some creamy salmon. I'll send it to you. Creamy spinach and sauce on. Dude.
yeah. Please send that joint to me.
I'll send it to you, man.
Please send that joint to me.
Yeah, dude.
Because listen, I cook for the wife, and
Oh
you
yeah,
did.
yeah.
So-
This is like your free out the doghouse
Yeah.
card.
Uh-huh.
Just hold it for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hold it for
absolutely,
that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Even though I'm a perfect husband, I never get in the dog.
I got you, man. Hey, stay there, bro.
Yeah, right. So back to style. How did you develop your style?
You know, I look around and I just picked different aspects of different people that I like. You know,
What the imitation is the best form of flattery,
right?
right?
Yo, but yo, I like that's fresh how he did that. I like that. How can I take that same thing and twist it and make my own thing out of it? You know,
Right.
or sometimes, man, it flows. But you know, my mom taught me as a kid, taught us as a kid. I have 4 brothers, man.
Right.
You know, anytime you leave out this house, make sure you're looking good. You know,
Agreed.
make sure you're dressed, well dressed.
Agreed.
All right, bet. I
Agreed.
ran with it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
got to keep it up.
You got to, because we're black men in America.
Yeah.
There's a stereotype. There's a stigma, and
That
for
adds to
persons-
your confidence, though, man.
Exactly.
It's a booster. You feel good. You look good. You know.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a the song was, and I used to tease it, hop up out my bed, and put
Oh,
my
yeah.
swag on.
Yeah.
I used to be like, I used to tell them I never took my swag off.
Yeah. Went to sleep in it.
Yeah, look.
I woke
yeah,
up like
yeah,
this.
you
huh?
did. Right. That's what Beast said.
Yeah.
Beyonce said she
Right,
woke
right.
up like this, right?
Right.
And so did I.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but what facilitates that kind of confidence, gentlemen, is how you look.
Yeah.
You know, I was mentoring. I used to mentor a young guy. He's in college now. He actually told me, and it took some time. He was a youngster, man. He told me, he was like, I could care less about clothes.
Yeah.
And he's so superficial, and I had to break it down. I said, well, and we took some time because he really felt like he could care less about clothes, and but it was because there was an internal confidence issue that he had.
Right.
You know, he was
You care
kinda-
less
he-
about it until you see the effect of having on nice clothes.
Listen, let me go personal shopping for you. He was his junior year. I said he had prom. He actually, a senior asked him to prom. I don't know what to wear. I don't know what to wear, Mr. Law. I don't know what to wear. I said, okay, well, come, I'm gonna pick you up.
Yeah.
Went, took him shopping. He put it on. I saw him kind of, a little bit, but he still was a little, confident. Until a girl in the store came by, cute, nice young lady, cute. She said, "Oh my God, he looks nice." He heard her. His eyes poked
This
up.
one right here.
Yeah, his eyes perked up.
Get 2 of them.
Now he one of the freshest kids in college.
Nice.
Cats on
Yeah.
campus. You can
Yeah.
call me all the time.
So it takes somebody to influence that.
Yeah,
For you.
it does, man.
Yeah, you get it from somewhere.
for sure. So what are? Let me ask you a couple things. Right, we're gonna have a little fun with this one. Go-to looks. Your go-to look. Hold on, but I'm gonna put it in a context.
Okay.
What's your, not necessarily outfit, but just kind of like that kind of look. What's your go-to look for date night?
Date night, man, would be something like this here. Button up, some jeans, something relaxed, chill.
Yeah.
It kind of says I don't give a fuck, but at the same time I'm fresh.
Right.
Like, yeah, let's relax, have a good night.
Make you
yeah.
think that
Right.
I just did this a little
Right.
something.
Yeah. Not too over the top with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, I got you. And maybe you have a business, or you're trying to go over top with your marketing. Well, we can help you right here at the Sphere, because this portion of the show is sponsored by the Sphere. Are you starting a business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at the Sphere. Now, we offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the U.S., as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is sure to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789, or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. So we're talking about your go-to looks. Go-to looks for game night.
For game night, man, relax. Basketball shorts, t-shirt, man. If it's cool outside, hoodie, sweatpants, some chill, real relax.
Some Air Max and keep it pushing. Yeah.
Relax, fresh.
Yeah, absolutely. Relax, fresh. Right. Fresh laxed.
Right. Fresh lax. Oh, that kind of sound like X-lax. So.
Okay.
Shitting on them. I'm fresh. I'm shitting on them.
Yeah, there you go.
I like that.
That's actually dope.
Yeah, hashtag that, y'all.
Absolutely. Church, what's your go-to look?
Oh, blazer. Whatever it is up under it, blazer.
Yeah. Okay.
Whether it's jeans, t-shirt, blazer on top.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Even still with that, relax, not too over the top.
Yeah, I agree. Same here. Yeah. I'm removed from the days where you got to go 3-piece now. That's how I grew up. There are times when I want to do it for church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Different events, like the right event.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The galas, all the big galas that be coming around the city. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to get fresh because the camera's out.
Facts.
Right.
You got to make sure that you are in the moment.
Exactly.
You're present in the scene.
Yes.
Yeah. Brunch.
Candid shots only.
Brunch.
Oh man, brunch is.
That's always a hard one for me sometimes because for me it depends on what kind of brunch I'm going to. If I'm at a swanky spot, I'm gonna bring it up a little bit. You see what I'm saying?
Brunch for me every time, bro, is like vacation wear, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brunch
always feels like vacation for me.
I love it.
Flip flops.
You chilling?
Yeah. Chill mode. Like just straight chill.
I hear
mode. Whether it's a floral short sleeve shirt with some nice shorts, you know.
I'm typically relaxed for brunch.
Yeah.
Relaxed fly for brunch. But if I'm at a spot that's a little bit more like if you're not in Houston, we have a spot here that's kind of fashion showish called Feeling Eric's. You go.
One Sunday, matter of fact, for brunch. Yeah,
right. So it can get kind of fashion showish because it's a popular spot.
Yeah,
I might throw in a little something just to shut them down real quick. But typically, if I'm first of all, I'm in Houston. If I'm on the patio, I'm in flip flops, V-neck.
Right. It's hot. It's Houston.
Facts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I'm in a swanky or a nicer spot, I might dial it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But who else has been dialing up recently within the past 6 or 7 years in terms of style and really expressing it is the NBA.
Yeah.
Right. Growing up, it's very interesting. Growing up as an athlete, you really couldn't be necessarily the athlete and the fly guy.
Yeah,
you had to be one or the other.
Yeah,
and we were still getting an understanding socially about homosexuality. So if you was super fly, you was the gay dude, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you kind of wanted to dumb that down. Well, I love. First of all, shout out to the LGBT community. Love them to death. People just like us. But NBA has now embraced. And they've always been fly for the trend when you go back to the 90s and you know what I'm saying, in the 80s even, for the trend. But it's way more in your face now with the style and a lot of partnerships. And Express has expanded a new partnership with their apparel line, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they came out with an apparel line a few years ago in partnership with the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a multi-year partnership. With its second, what they call NBA Game Changers campaign and performance collection featuring Oladipo, featuring Mo Bamba from the Magic, Trae Young. He come in the league getting, you know what I'm saying? He's a rookie, come in the league getting these kind of endorsements. 2 of the year's top NBA draft picks, who I just mentioned, as well as current NBA stars John Collins from the Hawks, Jamal Murray from the Nuggets, and many more. Part of his expanded partnership with the NBA Express will also introduce a collection of licensed apparel available in the store. So you're going to actually start seeing NBA wear in Express, which is different.
Wow.
They're licensing it to Express.
Huh.
I love the business moves.
I was just going to say that.
Power
That's
moves.
all I hear right now. Marketing?
Yes.
That's all I hear right now.
Yeah.
Marketing and money.
But power moves.
Yeah.
NBA is already making hand over three fists, right?
Yeah.
They're already making money hand over fist.
Bro,
but
I like it.
But now they're licensing it out. So now somebody as large as Express. I know I did back in 2015. I did a show, a New York Fashion Week show, and the brand I was working for, one of their ambassadors was was Steph Curry.
Okay.
And Steph Curry had just entered into a partnership with Express. It's 2015, and so I think that kind of opened the doors to the NBA with Express. And I wish I'd have known, because I'd have tried to weasel my way in on the back end.
Bro.
You know, got a business loan. Yo, can I throw $50,000 to it?
Relationships,
right?
man.
You know what I'm saying? I know. Yeah. So
dude.
but it pays to be in the moment, right?
Yeah.
And so I love what Express is doing, man. Listen, Express been around, and they've been in the forefront of men's fashion, you know, for that demographic and for that market for a number of years. Yeah. I remember when Express was structured, though. Remember that? That's what yes, you forgot about that.
Wait, did Structure turn into?
Express bought Structure.
Oh, okay.
And it happened when I was in college, because I used to work at Structure.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden we had a meeting, and they were like, yeah, so Express, so it's going to be called Express Men. And I didn't really like it, because Express was a women's shop.
Oh.
Historically, it was a women's shop.
So they bought it.
So they bought it, and it
Nice.
became Express and Express Men.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a little history lesson for you guys.
Dope.
You know, and so another brand that's not a brand, but they're a sort of a marketer, if you will. And we lost our tunes. We got to get it back, man. It got a little quiet here. I don't like that. But another brand is Mr. Porter. Mr. Porter, the online store, Mr. Porter, and so Mr. Porter.
Yeah.
They're an online, very, very popular online store that has nothing but menswear, and they're partnering and launching a new Ralph Lauren collection, right? Check it. You start saying Ralph Lauren, the guys who love fashion in America, I speak ours, because he's one of the GOATs.
Yeah.
To me, he's the GOAT of American fashion.
Can't beat a nice polo.
You can't beat it, but when you think about what Ralph Lauren has done over the past 54, 55 years, it's been unprecedented in American fashion. Yeah. He's one of the fashion houses American fashion houses that's widely accepted around the world, regardless of the kind of fashion and trend and culture, right?
Yeah.
So. Online menswear retailer Mr. Porter will debut an exclusive capsule collection with American fashion house Ralph Lauren in celebration of the brand's 50th anniversary, officially spanning 83 pieces. The collection encompasses styles from 3 of Ralph Lauren's most renowned brands: Polo Ralph Lauren, as you just said, right? Ralph Lauren Purple Label, I love it, and RRL, right? Mm-hmm. This is Ralph Lauren's first exclusive capsule collection across 3 brands. The special collection consists of ready-to-wear accessories and footwear, and draws inspiration from Ralph Lauren's extensive archive over the past 50 years, and celebrates some of its best and most iconic pieces. Prices ranges from like $95, $95 to almost $5,100.
Okay.
Because it encompasses Purple Label.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, look out for that, man, and it's a capsule collection. So what's going to happen is with a capsule, that means it's just it's a small pieces. Mm-hmm. What's going to happen is these are going to be they don't necessarily call them limited edition or special releases, but because Mr. Porter is only one selling them, it's really, really special. So they will become collector's items at some point. Yeah, they really will.
Okay.
So it's
fashion investment.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is. And when you look at, it's funny you say that. When you look at fashion investment, there are a couple of things that actually become investments. First of all, so you got to know certain brands, right?
Yeah.
Louis is going to hold value. Yeah. Gucci doesn't hold value at all.
Yeah.
Gucci does not hold value. Hermes holds value.
Yeah.
In terms of high end. Something that does hold value as well, low end, but will always hold value for the stock are Levi's. Oddly enough. Levi's, the construction, the quality, the durability,
even
the style. They have 19 different cuts.
Yeah.
The most out of any denim brand. Yeah. And see, for me, I love 501s, but for me, I wear a cut that's a fit that's not really popular, and that's the 512s. People don't even really. It's like 2 or 3 retailers carry them consistently. Really? And it's the slim fit with the slim fit tapering. It tapers at the ankle.
Okay.
Go to they're always at Marshalls.
You said 512?
I mean, not Marshalls, Macy's. Yeah, 512s.
Okay. Yeah.
You know,
because I had to taper my own jeans.
Yeah, no. So go get they're not found everywhere, but they always have them at Macy's.
Okay.
The 512s.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. You'll love them. We talk grooming, man. We're talking grooming with Chris from the Ave Grooming. And before we jump into that, man, I just mentioned the number of brands. I mentioned, Ralph Lauren sending their new capsule collection with Mr. Porter's almost $5,100. This is what the top sell. We've been talking Gucci all day. We've been, you know what I'm saying? These are high dollar items, right? And everybody can't afford them. And maybe you make enough money to afford them, but something is off with your budgeting and your finances. Well, hey, we got a solution for you. And they're sponsoring this portion of the show. And their names are the Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states of the U.S. offer financial education? 33% or more than 77 million Americans, they don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans, they carry credit card debt from month to month. And 39% of adults say they don't have enough savings. Don't become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463 or email us at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask how you can participate in a complimentary, fancy word for free, financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services. Got to get your coin right. It's so important to make sure that your coin is right. I think there's few things more gentlemanly to making sure your financial picture is in order.
Got to, man. It's your future.
It is.
Yeah,
it's
that's
the future
how you
of your
maneuver,
kids,
man. Yeah, it's
you know, if you have them, it's the future of your community.
Right.
Because as you make more
you building
money,
your community.
you're making your community.
Yeah.
Absolutely, agreed, man. And so, one other thing you should be doing is keeping yourself groomed, right?
Yes.
Grooming is hair.
Yes.
Grooming can be nails. It can be skin.
Yes.
It can, we're talking physical right now.
Right.
But there's another part of grooming that grooming also kind of lends itself to hygiene, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And this next section was not sponsored, but sparked by a good friend of mine. I'm gonna keep her nameless. I'm gonna make sure I send this episode to her so she can know we talked about it. She was saying that she was having a conversation with a young man recently, and she was really impressed by everything, by the way he looked, by his resume, by everything he had going on. Except for what was coming out of his mouth. And I don't mean the words. I mean his breath. Dragon breath.
He had the green smoke coming out.
She said, look, bruh, she said it was multicolored. It wasn't just green. And so I was like, yo, we talked grooming, and we've talked about this before, but I thought about an angle about what does your breath when it's bad actually say?
Wow.
What are some things that could be going on that could be the cause of this and or a byproduct of it, right?
Yeah.
And so I had to do some digging, and I got this list from Reader's Digest, which is and they cited all of their resources within it. And number one, the first thing they said is that you could be dehydrated.
Really?
Yeah. So think about it. You ever get that stale taste, like after you talking? Like I have it all the time when I leave here. I always pop a piece of gum or eat something. I've been talking for an hour, right? Running my mouth.
Mouth gets dry.
Like dry, that spackle they get in the side of your mouth, right? You know what I'm saying?
So them pastors be getting. That's why they had a handkerchief.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that why they go?
Yeah.
When they do that, because they, make
gasping for breath.
Right. You know what I'm saying? God said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, right. Facts, bro. I need some water. And so, one of the things that the article was saying is that it's a sign of dehydration. It could potentially be a sign of dehydration.
Wow.
And because water, when you're not drinking enough water, you're not cleaning your tongue. Ridding yourself of the food particles.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Of the sugar that sits on your tongue, right?
Now I know what to tell some of my clients. Drink some more water,
that's
bro.
What you deal with, bro. Just have it for them, ready. Here you go.
Yeah.
Just, you want some water?
But I be
bro?
wondering, like, yo, what is your girl saying about you, dog?
That's what I'm always wondering. Like, you ain't got no partners.
Yeah, so if I would have answered that question, I would say that it says a lot about your friends.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, hey, bro,
your people ain't telling you.
You need to handle that, man.
Right.
You gotta handle that.
Man,
I'm honest. Hey, bro, you got a foul today.
At one point, man, I just had mint sitting at the door. Just grab you a few when you come in.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro.
Yeah.
I totally agree, man. So one of the reasons for bad breath is dehydration.
Wow.
So make sure that you're being hydrated.
Now I can pass that knowledge on. Like
Right. So that you can
right.
That ain't gonna fix it.
Yeah.
But that'll help. That ain't gonna fully fix it, but that'll help.
Too.
I mean that's the number one thing. Make sure you brush your
mouth,
your tongue. Yeah, but this man said brush your mouth.
Brush your mouth.
Brush your whole mouth.
The whole
cheek,
thing.
roof of your mouth,
gums, all
the dangly thing in the back,
yeah.
you be
Throw it
thrown
back there, yeah.
the uvula, that's what it's called. That's what it's called.
Never knew the name of it.
Yeah, I'm a biology major, bro.
God,
so
gotcha. Yeah,
taught it for years.
Nice. I'm learning all kind of stuff today.
So the second one is that it could be an indicator of serious illness. Something is
yeah.
going on the inside. I think that's kind of common
I've heard
sense,
that before.
right?
Yeah.
With that foul smell, something is emanating out of you that could be dictating that you are illness. Wow. And I'm trying to find this article. Give me a second as we're talking with Chris from the Av 5 Grooming. I'm excited about it. About my brother being here. And so another one is too much outdoor exercise. Now this was pretty cool. Yeah.
How?
So
you inhaling all of the toxins or something like that?
That's part of it. So they did a study. I want to say it was the University of Tel Aviv, I believe. Jeez. And if I remember correctly. And I'm telling you, I'm a nerd, bro. It is what it is. I remember this kind of stuff. And so they were saying that out of all the athletes, they interviewed hundreds of different athletes from dozens of different sports, and who had it the worst were cyclists. Because they're outside for hours and hours at a time. The wind is hitting them, all of the elements. First of all, it's dehydrating.
Bugs flying in there. That's probably
all kind of stuff.
Bugs, dead bugs.
It could be dead bugs.
Get them out. You didn't brush them out.
Right, but all of the bacteria, they're in arid climates because they're in the mountains, they're in dry climates. They're all over. And so it lends itself to folks who spend a lot of times outdoors, creating that wind, getting the bacteria in their mouth. Yeah. And I said, wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah. It's pretty interesting. So for those of you cyclists and guys who like to play soccer all the time outdoors, so we was kids, we used to hoop all the time outside in somebody's backyard, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why.
Invest in a gas mask to ride my bike next
I hear
time.
you, bro. I hear you. Another one, number 4, was that you're at risk for heart disease.
Again, I've heard that before. Yeah.
Gingivitis. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Number 5, tonsillitis. Yeah, tonsillitis can cause bad breath.
I've heard that.
So tonsillitis is inflamed tonsils, and if you ever had inflamed tonsils, it's not pretty.
Never had it.
Yeah. It's never. I've had it. I haven't had my tonsils removed, thank God, but I've had them be affected because of pollen, and it's uncomfortable. It just feel like you're swallowing knives, bro.
What?
Yes, and it hurts the ears. Oh, it's bad. Another one is you could potentially have a stomach ulcer. Oh. And so what an ulcer is a fancy word for a sore, right? Mm-hmm. So that means what happens with your stomach is here go biology again. Yeah. The lining in your stomach is thin. Yeah. So you have hydrochloric acid is your stomach acid. That's what your stomach acid is made out of. Hydrochloric acid, it literally will melt metal. Wow. But your lining in your stomach is that strong. So when you have acid reflux or what they call heartburn, that's the lining coming up your esophagus. Yeah. And so you feel the burn. Yeah. And so that your esophagus has a thin coating of it, but if it comes up too high, it can really be uncomfortable, right? Uh-huh. Well, your stomach has that lining a lot thicker, and that's what digestion breaks down the food. Yeah. So that lining is thin, and it's hitting your stomach wall and creating a sore. And then from that sore, it can fester because you're getting food hitting the sore, bacteria hitting the sore, and it can come out of your mouth. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so there's potentially you might have a stomach ulcer, so you got to get that checked out. Go to the doctor and get that checked out. Number 7. This one is unpopular, and I'm gonna say it, and it might offend some folks, but the logic behind it was pretty cool, and all of these reasons were empirically vetted. I don't remember all of them, but go to Google it, Reader's Digest. There was an article in Reader's Digest that's giving me all of this. Overweight. And they're saying
that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're saying because of one of the issues, it could be. They said it could be two. It could be two reasons. It could be psychosomatic because people have this idea of overweight people, the kind of hygiene that they have, which is not always true, right? But secondarily, they said because oftentimes overweight people deal with other health issues. Number one, it could be that, but secondarily, overweight people they have bacteria in them from being overweight that causes. It's interesting, very interesting.
Yeah,
the bad breath. This one is pretty cool too. Number 8, you need to eat more yogurt. So bacteria is just bad breath is just bad bacteria. So you want to eat something that has what they call probiotics in it. Yogurt is full of good bacteria.
Yeah.
They said 8 weeks of eating yogurt every day will drastically increase your breath. Increase the.
You know what else does that naturally?
What's that?
Coconut oil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coconut oil is amazing.
Yeah.
I put it on the skin every night.
Put it in. Yeah. Put it in. Swish it around, but not the oil. Get the what do they call it, man? When it's like in solid form, almost solid form.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you can like scoop it out the jar and like put it in
that
your mouth.
joint. Yeah.
Yeah. So that they call it oil pulling.
Yeah,
and
okay.
it pulls out all the bacteria. And everything. Yeah.
because
so
it does
you do
on
it for
your
like
skin
20
already,
minutes.
so it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does make
that's
sense.
another, for
Yeah.
those
Yeah, it is.
bad.
You've been learning all day. I
Yeah.
just learned something.
Yeah.
I just learned something. But they said that eating that yogurt for 8 weeks every day,
Yeah.
one little thing of yogurt, because yogurt is naturally the way they culture it.
Yeah.
That's why like when we have a child, they want your toddler to eat yogurt, to eat whole milk yogurt, because it puts good bacteria in their stomach to help them digest other things.
Huh.
Yeah. Just I got a 6-month-old, so
Yeah.
I'm in it right
You
now.
getting all the spotlight. There.
Yeah, bro. And so, lastly, man, if you're dealing with halitosis, right?
Yeah.
First of all, why does it seem like guys and people with halitosis always saying H's? Hey,
Yeah. They the ones that talk too
what's
much.
up? Yo, they make these airy sounds, just blowing their breath in
Yeah.
your mouth, in your
Yeah.
face. And I'm
And you're afraid that you're gonna catch bad breath too from smelling
Right.
it. Yeah.
right. And I'm 6'4", bro, so I look down on most people.
Yeah.
So they talking up, and I'm just getting all the.
Yeah, just throwing it right at you.
Yeah, bro. I'm
Funny.
trying to duck. I'm trying to do the matrix on people on their breath. You know
Punching
what I'm
their
saying? Yeah, watch out, homie.
That is, yeah.
And so, but it says eat fewer mints when you have breath, like peppermints. The reason being, the sugar. Fewer, because the sugar that sits on your tongue traps and turns into bacteria. So if you keep eating mints, eventually, And it's funny because my wife, she says, and this is empirically vetted. I want to say they did. It was some American. It was the ADA or I forget. Yeah, it was ADA. I think American Dental Society released this article. They actually did studies about it. The amount of bacteria that's trapped by sugar sits on your tongue.
Okay.
So you keep, you feel like, I don't want to have bad breath, so I'm gonna eat a mint. I'm gonna keep eating a mint all day. But after a while, you're gonna have a layer of sugar on your tongue that's so thick it's gonna trap bacteria. That bacteria can then set into your gums, into your mouth, into your cheeks. They say just you can eat mints, but brush your teeth first.
Yeah.
Floss after you eat.
Yeah.
Gargle
Rinse
something
your mouth
to
out.
kill.
Yeah,
Get
rinse
some
out the
Listerine.
sugar.
Like one of my favorite comics say, get you a Listerine on the rocks.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? and real quick, and then you can freshen it up a little later because that Listerine has killed the bacteria.
Gotcha.
You can freshen it up with a mint.
Yeah.
And if so, get you a sugar-free mint, one of those sugar-free certs.
Yeah.
Or
some Dr. Tissue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Take it back on them.
So that's part of grooming, man.
Yeah.
What does your breath say about you? We guys, man, listen, we talk a lot.
Bro.
A lot of us. You know
Too
what I'm
much
saying?
sometimes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We trying to holler at a young lady, right? Or suitor, you know what I'm saying? And we fussing at our kids.
Right.
We coaches, you know what I mean? Like the whole nine. And we got to make sure
Too many
that
people's lives that can be affected by your bad breath. So, yeah.
Bruh, affected and infected.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Facts, man. This is fun, bro.
Yes, sir.
Today was fun. Thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
coming to hang out, bruh. Family.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming. So let the folks know how they can find you, what a
Yo,
shop is, everything.
The Ave Fine Grooming, TheAveFineGrooming, the Ave Fine Grooming. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram. No Snapchat because I really don't even be on there. But,
Listen.
yeah.
I have it, but Now that I used to use it for my students only, because that's how it could, like they wouldn't look at
I
Blackboard.
don't know how to work it, man.
Yeah,
It's a headache.
They wouldn't look at. I got one of my former interns on the radio station.
Yeah.
She's working with us now, and I for your classmates, I used to use it all the time because they wouldn't look at Blackboard. Okay, so you gonna get this message, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it on Snapchat and put it on my story on
That's
Instagram.
funny because you're gonna look at it.
Now
you're gonna be on there. For sure.
I'm not going to accept when I was teaching, when I was a professor. I'm no longer in the classroom anymore. I'm not going to accept that. Oh, Professor Laws, I didn't see it. I gave it to you in 4 different ways. I required.
I saw you saw it on my Snap.
I created facts. I saw you see it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I hit the little button and it went up, and I saw everything.
Right.
I'm not going to accept you didn't see it. I made them follow me. I created an Instagram, a Professor Law's Instagram, and I made them follow me. So because I know as soon as they wake up in the morning.
That's clever, man. I
know as soon as they wake up in the morning, they're gonna start scrolling.
Meet them where they at.
I made them follow me on Snapchat because I didn't do nothing on Snapchat. I didn't use it. So I'm like, I'll use it for his work purposes.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
They should implement more of that in schools, man.
They should. Well, you know how
kids on their phone anyway.
Yeah, they really are. They really are. Bro, we can keep this conversation going,
Yes,
but
sir.
we are out of time,
My
fam.
man.
You gotta come back, brother.
Yeah, where's the pause button at?
Yeah, I
man,
know
till
you
next
gotta
time.
come back, kid.
Yeah.
You gotta come back.
Will do, man.
Yeah, I
Will do,
appreciate
for
you,
sure.
man, for coming to hang out,
My
man. And you've been tuned into Jesus for Gentlemen, okay? Do me a quick favor. Go to Instagram. Follow me. Hit the blue button. Hit the heart on the cover of my pictures, right? I'm trying to show you some dope content each and every week, inspiring content regarding men's wear, men's fashion, regarding your life as a gentleman. I try to be a little deep, I got a little education, so I'm trying to give you some fashion inspiration, right? Also be on the lookout. We got a couple of things for those of you who are in the Houston area. We got a couple of events coming up on October 24th as well as on Halloween. Gonna partner with some brands in the Houston Galleria, and so be on the lookout for that. Stay tuned to my Instagram. Where is my Instagram? What is my Instagram? Well, I'll tell you. It's Senor Wapo 713. That's SENORGUAPO 713. Make sure you follow me. You know what time it is. You can keep it gangster or you can keep it gentlemanly, but you must always keep it G. Till next time.